Hey you guys, today we're going to learn how to correct skin tone in Davinci Resolve. And this is one of the longest things that took me to learn. And it isn't like it's a long process to do, but it just took me a long time to figure it out how to do it. It was really confusing because I have Premiere, or I had Premiere, and then I used Final Cut, and this one's a little bit different. But once I show you, it's going to be easy for the rest of your life. Let's just go ahead and jump in and get started. All right, guys. First, we got to open up Davinci Resolve. Here I am. I'm going to go into 2020, my Davinci Resolve folder. I'm going to make a new project, how to correct skin tone. Yes, it is this video that we're working on. Then we got to load in our media clip. You guys might not see what I'm loading in, but basically I'm grabbing the video on my other screen, and then I'm just going to drop it in here. Just like that. Okay, change settings, sure. My first video is this one. All right, this is the video that I want. So if you guys have your video on your screen, then make sure it's on there and you go to this color page. I shoot in F-Log for Fujifilm. This is the color that comes out. It's pretty flat. So if I were to do some color correction, some simple color correction, I'm gonna add some contrast into the photo. And then down here, I'm gonna add some saturation. Okay, my skin is beginning to look, a little bit more orange than it's supposed to. I'm gonna go here and, adjust my curve to an S curve. I know it adds a little bit more contrast, but for the sake of this video, we're gonna go a little bit wild with it. Like, not too wild, because you want it to make a little bit of sense. And that's pretty much it. Let's just stop there. And your skin tone, this is what we're worrying about right now. And I wanted to make my skin tone extra orange or brownish or whatever it looks like, so I can show you guys how to actually correct it. So this is just how it is right now. So what you do is you open up this vector scope. And if you guys don't have it open, it's right here, right in the middle, next to these two right here on the right side, bottom right, okay? Press that. Out of here, press vector scope. So hit that arrow and go down to vector scope. You guys don't already know this thing's amazing. So you see how I have this white line and you guys probably don't? You hit this edit button down here. It looks like an edit button. You go down all the way to show skin tone indicator. Okay, mine's already on, but make sure you check that. And once you check that, this is the skin tone line. Okay, on this line is how skin tone is supposed to be. You already see that this little red area right here, that's my skin tone. This long blue is, if you look at the image, it's kind of blue, a little bit. Like, look at my sweater, that's blue, and it's a gray sweater. That's why there's so much blue in this image, even the background here. So if I were to lower the blue, go to saturation, hue versus saturation, lower the blue, and look at the blue on the right. Okay, see how it's going down, and then look at the blue inside the video. My sweater, which was blue, is now gray. See that? So you can do that. So let's say if you don't like blue at all, you can just get rid of it. And now the image looks like that, and there's really no blue on there. Okay, I can go more, but it's beginning to look weird. Look at my computer. So you don't want to overdo it. You just want to correct it right there. But we're not talking about my sweater today. We're talking about skin tone. So for this line right here, check it out. So what you do is hit this eyedropper right over here. Actually, let's make a new node. So hit Option S, okay, and make a new node, or you can right click and then add node. Okay, I think it's Alt S or yes, for Windows. I'm not too sure, but it's one of those. You can also right click. So now we have a new node. This node right here is what's going to be the skin. I don't usually title my nodes. If you guys want to, you guys can go ahead and title it. So right now, this is my skin tone right here. I'm going to hit this eyedropper. I'm going to go down and select my skin tone. Okay, nothing happens. You can see. Make sure this thing is selected. Click it. Nothing happens. That's why you have to go here on the left-hand side and hit highlights. You see this? Once you hit it, that's what you selected. These are the only thing that will be affected when you change, okay? So see how not all my face are selected? You go on this plus sign down here, the eyedropper select range, down here on the right, okay? Hit that, and then go and start adding in spots, okay? And fill in your face until you actually see that, hey, that's my face. And then sometimes you'll get a background like this. I don't worry about it too much as long as my whole entire skin is in there. I don't care about my eyes or, you know, the haircut or my beard or my chin. So I would click some, like maybe my ears right here. I'm not sure. Let's click it. Nope, that was my beanie. So now it's select too much. Way too many things. I'm going to undo by hitting Command Z, or I think it's Alt Z for some of you Windows user, or maybe it was Control Z. You know your undo button. So right there, you hit it, and I think this would be okay. Not too much there, but a little bit here. That's fine with me. Next, now you look at your scope down here, the vector scope. You can see that my skin tone is almost there. It's a little bit wide, but it's almost there. So I'm gonna go back to this curve layer down here, select my second tab, go down here and hit red, because that's where the skin tone is. Then I'm gonna hit yellow, and then I'm gonna hit purple. The only reason why I hit those colors is because it's next to red, and if I move it, it only moves red, right? So let's say if I didn't select yellow, right, and then I move red, guess what? It's gonna move a bit of my yellow as well, so I don't wanna do that. See that? See how it's like grabbing my yellow too? I don't wanna grab that. I wanna grab everything in the red only. Okay, so now I'm looking at my vector scope and I'm trying to get this line. Look what happens when you move red. It's moving around. I just want to get it on the line, but a little bit to the right. Okay, just a little bit to the right. So depending on your skin color, you got to see where it lands. I think I'm a little bit on the right, but it's a little bit wide. So I'm going to pull up the yellow a little bit, and you can see that it's thinning out that line. And I'm going to pull this down just a little bit, not too much. And then you can tell, look, it's right on the line. It's not too wide. And look at my skin color. It looks so much better already, right? And then now, guess what? I'm just going to unclick this highlight button, and boom. Nothing else changes. My skin tone is exactly how it should be, and I still get the color I wanted from the background. That's it. It's simple as that. And now this layer right here, this node right here, is only my skin tone. If I want to go back and make selection on it, I just need to go back to this node. So make sure you guys make a new node and then add more correction to it. Don't touch this node. This is the skin node. So let's say you're like, maybe my skin's weird. Trust in your vector scope, okay? Sometimes our computer screen is weird. The scope will never lie. This is data. The screen is just depending on what you buy. So just make sure you are using this vector scope to judge that. So one more thing before I let you guys go. Going back to the skin node, I forgot to tell you that if you go to hue and saturation, let's say for some reason your skin tone line over here on the right on the vector scope is super high. All you have to do is come here and then bring it down. Bring it down with this hue and saturation. And look, I can go down all the way to nothing. Right? So I bring it down maybe a tad bit because I feel like my skin was a little bit too saturated. There, just a tad. Nothing too much. I'm going to check it. Yeah, that looks a lot better. Perfect. Might even bring down blue a little bit more. Maybe. Nah, I'm good. What'd you think? It wasn't too bad, right? If you guys did like this video, make sure you hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe so you can see more videos like this. Alright? See you guys in the next one. Later.